Hello, everyone. So we have with us Professor Saumitra Mukherjee, and it is really a pleasure to be here and being able to share his experiences. Okay. So he comes from a background of geology and has done a lot of work in various fields, including water resources and then now climate change and into remote sensing. And his dedication to research can be easily seen by, when I was going through his speaker profile, and I found that for the last 40 years, he has more than 150 papers, including those in Nature and uh, very reputed journals, 11 books, and he has guided 29 PhD students till now. And on top of that, he has completed 20 projects of international and national importance. So this speaks volume of a person's dedication to research and what he has delivered so far. And even recently, one of his books is published in the Wiley by the Wiley publishers on the extraterrestrial influence on climate change. And this is also what he is going to talk about with us today. So without taking much of time, I'll just straight away hand over the mic to him. Thank you very
Thank
much.
So, thank you very much. So it is am I audible? Yes. So it is a privilege that I am here with you. And again, good afternoon to you all. And our Dr. Manish, he uh, invited me here for this uh, talk, although you are expert of this subject and I am just still learning. So basically, the thing is that for several decades, we are listening that climate change, and there are various devices which are manufactured across the world, including India, and we spend crores of dollars and rupees for our this weather forecasting and climate change. But till date, we are yet to understand why all of a sudden there is a peak in the uh, temperature, and all of a sudden, without any prior notice, why there is some rainfall, thunder shower, or snowfall. So these are some episodic events. There are, if you see the statistics, if you see, there are some aberrations, and whenever there are all of a sudden there is some change in the weather, so that we are thinking that what happened, and we say that see it happens, the climate, it is climate change. But although climate change has taken a back foot nowadays, but the thing is that it is true that climate change is a fact. So what I my effort is to understand the intricacies of the small domains of the climate change. There are different domains of the climate change, which includes not only the rainfall, not only the snowfall, not only the sudden rise in the temperature, but there are some changes which are taking place not only on the atmosphere, but there are some changes which are taking place beyond the atmosphere. So you all might have heard about the space weather. So the effect of the sun and other celestial objects are definitely on the Earth. Not only the Earth, different other planets. Because since we are living on the Earth, we are concerned about the Earth. So my effort here is to understand the climate change. So before I start my presentation, I will give you a small preamble. So it was in 1998, when I was working for, I was working in the Jawaharlal Nehru University as associate professor, and I was having one project sponsored by Department of Science and Technology on re-evaluation of seismogenic potentiality of Delhi Rohtak area. So I was working on that. While working on that, I was studying and going through different literatures and journals and books. So I found out that there is some possibility of correlation of space weather with the Earth. And there was a website, there was a conference. The name acronym of that conference was TIGER, Thermospheric, Ionospheric, Geospheric and Atmospheric Research. So it was held in USA, but I participated it on through web. But after that, from 98 onwards, my interest has grown in this field. I am basically a geologist from Banaras Indian University, PhD, but my interest has grown in this interdisciplinary research. And the university where I taught for 32 years, Jawaharlal Nehru University, there also this interdisciplinary research was promoted. So I got that free hand to think and to implement my ideas. So in 2007, before that in 2002, there was Potsdam Think Shop in Germany. So there also I presented papers and I learned a lot of things from them. And then in USA also some in that Cool Star workshop. So Dr. Pandey was also with me. We shared the same room there. And so in 2006, there was a conference in India, United Nations NASA conference in Indian Institute of Astrophysics, Bangalore. So there I presented my idea. Then one person, his name is Hans Hubold. He was Secretary General of Peaceful Research on Outer Space. So he asked me that your idea is good, and if we fund through NASA, is it possible for you to manufacture this instrument in your lab? I said that yes, why not? So I got 30,000 US dollar grant and some grant for patenting it. So the thing is that it was not very easy. So the thing is that how that instrument was manufactured, it was a big story. But the thing is that I got lots of help from Cosmic Ray Division, Armenia, as well as in Japan, there is an organization. They also AOARD. They also helped. And in 2010, we manufactured this instrument. And these two gentlemen who are here, they also came from Armenia and they helped a lot. We worked day and night and we manufactured this instrument. The name of the instrument is Space Environment Viewing and Analysis Network. And lots of data we gathered till 2024. I am superannuated from services formally. And after that, the instrument is, we are not getting the data because I'm out of that university. Although I'm still working in this field because I have lots of data with me. Some publications are also there and one book is also published. So basically the thing is that the climate change, as we have seen, in my perspective, there is a link in between the space weather and weather of the Earth. So there is a satellite, Sun Observatory, Heliospheric Observatory, SOHO, and I continuously downloading the data because I was having one project also from SOHO, and it was not funded, but only the support was there. So I used to download the anomaly from the SOHO, E-flux, proton flux, then X-ray flux, and planetary indices that in between Sun and Earth. So all these things, and continuously I was trying to correlate. And while correlating and some changes, I found that in the cosmic ray and in the muon detector in different parts of the Earth. So I thought that will be useful for doing the modeling. So this is the Sun Observatory, Heliospheric Observatory, SOHO satellite, and lots of data that we collected from this SOHO satellite, as well as there are some observational data from the Sun, as well as from galactic sources, the cosmic rays which are coming, and we are capturing it per unit time, the impact on that instrument. And through photomultiplier, we are getting the data continuously. So this is a gamut of heliophysics system observatory across the world. Although India is also now a part of this system, but we are yet to get the data till date. And for our own research purpose, the data is not open. So this is the Space Environment Viewing and Analysis Network, and here you can see that India has joined in this group of the global network. So this Space Environment Viewing and Analysis Network is a detector which measures the cosmic rays per unit time from the Sun and galactic sources. Rise in the galactic cosmic rays have shown the reduction in the heliophysical parameters. So there is a phenomena which is known as foreburst decrease. So we found out that the perturbations of the climate and the foreburst decrease has some relevance. So this is the Sevan detector, and it was established in our lab in School of Environmental Sciences, and he is Ashot Kilingarian, and he is the director of Cosmic Ray Division, and this venue was the Bad Honef Physics Centrum. So there was also a conference, and I took participation in that conference and presented my work. So this is the instrument which was manufactured, and in India this was the only instrument. So there are scintillators, 3 sets. One is 25 centimeters, another is 20 centimeter, and the lower one is 5 centimeters. So here we can do actually the speciation of the cosmic rays. Normally we have seen that in the biology the speciation is done, but in the cosmic ray also we have done the speciation. So sometimes when the galactic cosmic rays are coming more, then the cosmic rays from the Sun gets reduced. So there is a reciprocal relationship, and it has some implications with the climate change. So this is the global map, and our plan was to have 50 stations in different latitudes and altitudes. But so far, only 14 stations are possible, including India. So India is also in the map, and in India there is no other place this instrument is there. Only in School of Environmental Sciences, Jawaharlal Nehru University, we hosted this instrument. No, the designing was different. So here, actually, whatever when the NASA, when they gave the grant, they said that it has to be patented in your name, and so you can use it in future. But if any other person wants to use it, they will take your approval. So, but so far no one has approached me. So these are some of the publications, and so this is Terrestrial Remote Sensing and Climate Change. It is recently published in 2023, and this is the yes. Mhm. So this is the Space Environment Viewing and Analysis Network, which aims to improve the fundamental researches of the particle acceleration in the vicinity of the sun and the space environment. So this is a new type of particle detector, and it simultaneously measures the changing fluxes of most species of secondary cosmic rays. So when the cosmic rays are coming on the Earth system, then depending upon the speed of that particle, it forms the secondary cosmic rays. And then when we are capturing in different parts of the Earth, then based on the per unit time, the number of these impacts can give us some information about the changing of the environment. So this is the galactic cosmic ray rises before the thunder shower. So in Delhi, on 10th April 2012, there was a sudden thunder shower. But it was possible for us to predict that possibility of the thunder shower 4 hours in advance. So there are so many other examples. A few only I can cite because the time is short and art is long. So I have to show so many other things. And it was published also, The Rise in Galactic Cosmic Ray, before thunderstorm in Delhi. This is a Journal of Physics and Mathematics. And this is the Space Environment Viewing and Analysis Network of JNU, New Delhi, correlates thunderstorm in Delhi after sudden rise in the cosmic ray. So when the galactic cosmic ray rises, then we found out that there is a drop in the cosmic ray from the sun. So this correlation was also found out. And precisely with specific date and time, so many examples are possible to give, because we have the data. Even any one of you want to do the research on this data, I can give you the access to that data. From 2010 to 2023, I have voluminous data. And the data I want that the data should be used for the research. So the mechanism of the Savant detector to predict the thunder shower, the Savant detector has multiple sets of scintillators to record the incoming cosmic rays of different origin. The topmost 5 centimeter thick scintillators has the potential to record the galactic cosmic rays, but the middle unit of 25 centimeter thickness can record the cosmic rays from the sun. So there are different thicknesses. Even this was in one experiment. The thickness and other parameters of the scintillators it is possible to change the thickness so that we can do further speciation. So the one small weather model was attempted using the sunspot, then planetary indices, electron flux, proton flux, and Sun-Earth cosmic index. So the sudden lowering in the Sun-Earth index leads to the assured rainfall, snowfall in higher altitudes, and lowering in temperature in the particular geocoordinate. So now the thing is that how you will come to know that the effect of the sun on the Earth, in which part, because the sun is peppered with different spots, and the sun, the Earth facing part of the sun, if you see the image, you will see that there is a coronal mass ejection. All the coronal mass ejection are not targeted towards the Earth. Most of the time, it is dissipated into the space, but sometimes it is targeted towards the Earth. And when we do our GIS overlay over the sun image as well as the Earth, then we can find that the geospecific targeting of the coronal mass. So there are so many publications. So a few of them is the influence of the sun in the genesis of the tornadoes and the climate changes instead of global warming. In the thermal science, it was published. So there is a pressure sensor also in that instrument, and that pressure sensors also showing sudden rise in the atmospheric pressure 6 hours before the thunderstorm. This the cosmic ray from the sun reduces before thunder shower in Delhi. So besides this, there is I would like to share with you another small case study, and that was 2013 Kedarnath disaster. So you are all aware of the disaster. It was from 2013 from 12th June to 15th June, the disaster was there. It was a torrential rain in the Kedarnath. So geologically, the Geological Survey of India, they have already, their glaciology division, they are working since last 160 years, and they have voluminous data of that, the thickness of the glaciers and its fluctuations. So they already gave the forewarning that there are possibility of the glacial melting and there will be some catastrophe. But it was not properly administratively monitored. So because seismotectonically also that area is vulnerable. So there is a tectonic activity in the Himalaya and the area is vulnerable. But in the Kedarnath disaster, the reason was something different. So this is the endangered land use which goes towards Kedarnath. This is the Kedarnath temple. And this area came, this is a small waterfall, and after the disaster, everything was vanished. And these are the rock masses which was carried with the flowing water. So the unplanned human activities in the Himalayan terrain, coupled with some unusual extraterrestrial events, triggered the massive cloudburst over Kedarnath, resulting in the catastrophe of 2013 floods in Uttarakhand region, according to the research. So this is the reference of the publication. So what is the reason? The reason is that there are lots of hydroelectric power projects in the area. And the water bodies, hundreds or more than hundreds of the water bodies are there in the hills. And in 2013, from March 20th onwards, the temperature started rising abnormally. And it has also been observed that through SOHO data that there was a proton flux, very high proton flux. And that was correlated with the rise in the atmospheric temperature. At the same time, there is a vapor flux due to the rising temperature. All the water bodies, which was for the hydroelectric power generation, there was a vapor flux. And at the same time, the glaciers, they also started melting and they are having that black carbon. Along with that, there were unprecedented rise in the galactic cosmic ray. So all these things together form the nuclei for the formation of the cloud in that area. And that was the reason of the torrential rain. So this is the divergence of the water vapor flux in Uttarakhand. And this is the rise in the proton flux from 15th May to 26th May to accumulate the heat in the geomagnetic field line. And this is the Sevan detector has shown the unprecedented rise in the cosmic ray. So all these things together was responsible for the torrential rain in the Kedarnath area. So this is the mechanism of the cloudburst in the Kedarnath. The charged particle motion in the magnetosphere, heating of glaciers and atmosphere in the northern India and China to release aerosol, then divergence of the water vapor flux anomalies. All these things are together and behind this catastrophe. So now the question arises that why only Kedarnath area? Why? No, it happened in other parts of the world also. But since this area was having more importance due to the population density, if you see 100 years ago in the Kedarnath area, how many people used to go? Only those people who don't like the society. They are sadhu sannyasi, वो चले गए केदारनाथ में तपस्या करते हैं. But nowadays it is a tourist spot. So the thing is that area is not meant for the high-rise building, not meant for the hotels, and should not be treated as a tourist spot. It should be ये भगवान का जगह है. वहाँ पूजा पाठ अगर मन करता है तो जाइए, नहीं तो घर बैठिए. So the unplanned human activities in the Himalayan terrain, coupled with some unusual extraterrestrial events, triggered the massive cloudburst over Kedarnath, resulting in the catastrophic 2013 floods in the Uttarakhand region of India. So, apart from the Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, northeast Rajasthan, and Delhi also received torrential rainfall. In Delhi, it was an advent of early monsoon that broke the past record of 150 years. So all these things are documented and published in different journals as well as in the media. So the torrential rain and extraterrestrial remote sensing, it is a fast developing and emerging science to understand not only the climate change, but the origin and survival of life in the only one place of the universe where we are living. So with not only on the Earth, the impact of this sun is on different other planets. So I have studied very closely the Saturn ring also, and it also changes. The Saturn ring thickness also changes. So there are different planets, for example, this Mars, even our moon, we have studied, and we need to strengthen this scientific studies more and more in other planetary systems so that we can understand our Earth in a better way. So these are some of the relevant publications. This glaciers and groundwater interactions, challenges in the changing climate. So if you see the thrust of the research in this field, you will find that it is very low and funding is also very poor. But the thing is that even if no funding is there, some data which are available free of cost, like this NASA data, SOHO data, like as I gave you the example of Sevan data, it is available free of cost. Not only the Indian data, but you will get all the 14 locations data free of cost. And the researchers should use this data for further study, and then it will be justified for manufacturing of these instruments. So now I have superannuated, but now I am free to work in any other field also. So recently in 2024, I started working on something you can say spiritual. So this galactic cosmic ray rises during spiritual activities. So when I was discussing with one of the leading astrophysicists of our country, Professor Bholanath Dwivedi, he is a emeritus professor of physics BHU, BN Dwivedi. So I was whenever I used to go to Banaras, I am from Banaras, so he invites me in his house. He is much elder than me, but we are good friends. And why he is calling me? Because he wants to share पान with me, केशव का पान. हम लोग एक साथ मिलके पान गुलाते हैं लंका में. So when I shared my idea with him, he told that you send this in the form of a small article, and I will get it published. Then it was published in this. It is not a high impact factor journal. It is a very common Science India magazine. But the thing is that this is the beginning of believing that whatever we see in the spiritual activities, some science is also behind that. Thank you. Thank you for your kind listening. So now I request you to ask me any question. Please, sir. Please.
Speciation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You mentioned about the speciation of the cosmic ray.
Yes.
So what do you mean by that
Okay.
speciation?
Okay.
So that is like, and also how the speciation can be done.
Exactly.
And also that is done with this instrument, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is the instrument.
Yeah.
So here in this instrument, we have 3 sets of scintillators.
Yeah.
So these scintillators are actually, you know, that it is a plastic-like thing, compact, very compact, and its thickness matters. So if the 25 centimeter, 20 centimeter, and 5 centimeter, but we could capture only in 25 centimeter and 20 centimeter only. In the 5 centimeter, we captured only a few number of this cosmic rays.
Okay.
So this is the
I
speciation.
see. And also about the Saturn ring you were mentioning about
Exactly.
it. So it is with the ground-based observation,
No,
or
no, no.
spaceborne observation, or how it is detected?
No, the thing is that there is a Cassini program of NASA. So I should not say that I am a part of that program, but I was interested in that program. So I requested them to share some data. I got the data, Cassini data also, and I found out that there are some solar minimum and solar maximum. And during the solar maximum, there are maximum chances of the Earth and other planet-directed coronal mass ejection. And during that period of every 11th year, there is a solar maximum. But nowadays, you will find that that trend is changed. That Shoaib's trend is changed now. It is not always following 11th year cycle of that solar maximum and 6th year cycle of that solar minimum. Even the Maunders minimum has also not happened for a long time. During the Maunders minimum, the very few number of sunspots are there. Even during that 2017 to 2019, just before that pandemic, it was about to be Maunders minimum because sun was spotless. And there are so many hypotheses also about this correlation of the Maunders minima with this pandemics. Because 100 years ago, there was also pandemic, and that time it was Maunders minimum. So all these things are hypotheses only. And hypothesis stands correct till then, it is proved false. There's a plate tectonics, continental drift. These are all hypotheses. None of us, we have seen that the plates are moving. But these are hypotheses. But if you have some solid evidence of the plate movement, it is there by geodetic surveys. If you have the solid evidence of the continental drift, which we have because of that continent's position as well as different fossil records, we found that yes, there are sufficient evidence that the plates have moved. So the hypothesis, now these are not hypotheses, these are the established rules of the Earth. Similarly, different other hypotheses are continuously being given. If we think that, we'll not give the hypothesis because it will be rejected. No new thing can be possible in the world. You should accept the rejection and then again start working. And I'm sure that the young people, if they are passionate about this research, where no one is working, but for you there is a problem that you need jobs. But the thing is that once you get the job, then 5% of your time you devote for this useless research, what I am doing. And sometimes some of you may get something new. Who knows? That I told you that in that Cassini data, they gave how it is thinning and thickening. So with the correlation with the sunspots and coronal mass ejection, which has bombarded not only on Earth and other planets, but including the Saturn also. So when the Saturn is bombarded by your coronal mass ejection, so it affects its rings thickness. So that automatically the ring thickness is increasing and decreasing, like our ozone layer. We say that our ozone layer thickness is increasing and decreasing due to the anthropogenic activities, due to our chlorofluorocarbon and so many other things, our refrigerator, our air conditioner. Yes, it is there, but you will find that automatically this ozone, your layer is changing sometimes, and again it is thickening, and again it is thinning. So these are the things that the same thing is happening in the case of the Saturn ring also. So due to the impact of these powerful rays, it is changing. Its thickness is changing. So I will share with you some of the one paper I will share with you in which it is clearly mentioned that how this Saturn ring is changing its thickness.
Any more questions?
Is it a gas scintillator or what?
Which one?
The scintillator you are using here.
Mm-hmm.
Is
This
it
is
a gas?
plastic, solid
It's not-
scintillators.
It's not gas one.
It is not good.
Okay. So what kind of the plastic, so that because the cosmic ray is hitting it, so it may be give you some results.
Actually, you see, these scintillators were supplied to me free of cost from the Cosmic Ray Division, Armenia. This gentleman, Ashok Kilingarian, and it was manufactured in Armenia. So these scintillators are actually very condensed plastic materials. It is not gas, condensed plastic material, and it is covered by some lead bricks, so that from outside no other secondary ray should interfere.
Penetrated.
Penetrate.
It was a gas one because there is a energetic particle, so gas can be ionized, can be.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes, hello, sir. So, when you mentioned that in a seven detector, the cosmic ray flux from sun is decreased when you got the galactic cosmic rays.
Yes.
So, I mean, why we get such type of things? And why in the detector?
You see, it can be explained with the rule of the four-burst decrease. Four-burst decrease. So the thing is that when there are sunspots, there are star spots also. In the star, there are facules, and when there is the facules, they are energized. Then you will find that it is reducing the influence of the sun. So when there are nebular blasts continuously, there are some changes which are taking place in the outer space. And it is controlling the sun actually. Sun is controlling the different planets, and the sun is being controlled by the galactic sources. So everything, we should not claim that we know everything. We don't know, we know something. But this is an observational phenomena, and we have seen that whenever there is a rise in the galactic cosmic ray, there is a dip in the solar cosmic ray. And this phenomena is known as four-burst decrease. And it was established by the name of the scientist, four-burst. It is a well-established fact, four-burst decrease. ऐसे
spiritual activity, you found the rise in the galactic cosmic wave. Yeah.
Okay. Sure. You see that when I was, this experiment was done just like an accident, actually. You see that this instrument I manufactured in 2010 with the help of the Armenia people. And the thing is that from 15th December onwards, 15th December 2010 onwards, the data, continuous data was recorded. Okay. So every day I used to go to my lab in the morning, and before doing any experimental work or before taking any class, I used to pray, or I used to worship, because I'm from Varanasi. I'm a strong believer of God. But incidentally, my placement was in Jawaharlal Nehru University, where it was not very popular, praying. So, but I was doing every day. And when I was analyzing the correlation of this environment, आप सुन रहे हैं? हैं? ठीक है, नहीं आप पूछे, आपने जब पूछा तो आपको सुनना चाहिए, और मैं भी बता रहा हूँ आपको. You see, when I analyzed the data, then I found that every day, every day at almost in the same time, I used to reach my office, and before going to the class, I used to do some pray. हमारे रूम में एक भगवान शंकर का फोटो लगा रहता है, था, अब नहीं है, एक हनुमान जी का फोटो था. हम पहले कुछ देर कमरा बंद करके, जिससे कि किसी को पता न चले, चोरी छिपे मैं पूजा करता था. And incidentally, I found that the rise in the galactic cosmic ray was showing a peak specifically in that time. And you can, I will share the data with you, and you will find it is correct. And that was a mere accident. Intentionally मैंने ऐसा नहीं किया. हाँ, पूजा intentionally किया, लेकिन कॉस्मिक रे से उसका कोरिलेशन, ये मेरा इंटेंशन नहीं था. ये हो गया. उसका रीजन, उसके पीछे क्या कहानी है, वो मैं आपको बताता हूँ. आप सब लोग को हिंदी समझ में आती है? क्योंकि ये बनारस की बात है, इसलिए हिंदी में बताना थोड़ा सा आसान होगा.
Okay, sir, but how do we establish that a correlation is also the causation?
Correlation is
Also the causation, I mean. So not every correlation can be
Cannot be. Yes, yes.
connected to the
I
causes,
cannot
right?
claim it. You see, in Banaras you will find, आप में से कोई बनारस के रहने वाले हैं? आप हैं? बनारस में किस जगह? चित्तूपुर, बहुत बढ़िया। मलदहिया का नाम सुना है आपने? हैं? मलदहिया में कुछ आयरन स्क्रैप वगैरह का वो यूनिट है। उसके ऑपोजिट में एक विशुद्धानंद कानन आश्रम है लाल रंग का बाउंड्री है उसका। तो उसमें जो स्वामी विशुद्धानंद थे, बहुत साल पहले, आज से करीब 100-150 साल पहले, तो वो उसमें मैंने सुना है, क्योंकि हमारे घर में जो हमारे जो और लोग थे, जो हमारे सीनियर थे, वो वहाँ जाते थे। तो उन्होंने बताया कि वहाँ एक उन्होंने कुछ ग्लास रूम बनाए थे, बेल्जियम से कुछ ग्लासेस वगैरह मंगवाए थे। ही वॉज ए फिजिसिस्ट। उसके बाद वो ही ट्रांसफॉर्म्ड इनटू ए सेंट। ठीक है, ऐसे बहुत से आपको एग्जाम्पल इंडिया में मिलेंगे, जो पहले साइंटिस्ट थे, बाद में वो सन्यासी बन गए, लेकिन लोगों को पता नहीं है उनके बारे में। लेकिन हमें इनके बारे में हमने बचपन से सुना है। और आज भी मलदहिया में आप उस आश्रम में जाएंगे, विशुद्धानंद कानन आश्रम, तो वहाँ पर आप देखेंगे कि वो ग्लास रूम है, लेकिन उसके अंदर किसी को जाने का परमिशन नहीं है। तो उसके अंदर मैंने ये सुना था कहानी बचपन में, ऐसा हुआ, ऐसा था। वहाँ पर काफ़ी ग्लासेस थे और उस ग्लासेस से वो कुछ स्टडी करते थे। तो वो हो सकता है कि वो हमारे दिमाग में वो सीड था उसका, और वो बाद में मैं ये कोरिलेशन कर पाया। प्लीज।
ये हो कि लाइक आप प्रेयर करते थे तो उस हिसाब से लाइक कॉस्मिक रे में आप डिक्रीज देखे हो, डिटेक्टर इंक्रीज देखे हो,
गैलेक्टिक कॉस्मिक रे।
ओके ओके। सो सर लाइक आप मोस्ट प्रोबेबली हिंदू प्रेयर किए होंगे?
नहीं, कोई भी नहीं, कोई भी। देखिए,
ओके
मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ कि अगर कोई भी रिलीजन का,
ओके
और इवन रिलीजन को छोड़ दो, रिलीजन मत मानो,
ओके
आप अगर पढ़ाई भी मन से करते हो,
ओके
बहुत कंसंट्रेट होकर के, ये नहीं, आप अगर डांस करते हो, म्यूजिक परफॉर्म करते हो, एनी परफॉर्मिंग थिंग, वेयर कंसंट्रेशन इज देयर, आप अगर कंसंट्रेशन करते हो किसी भी चीज में, तो दैट इज एक्चुअली वर्शिप एंड दैट इज स्पिरिचुअल पावर। आपको उसके लिए कोई जो है गले में माला पहन के और टीका लगा के घूमने की जरूरत नहीं है। प्रेयर तो मन से होता है, और वो किसी भी रिलीजन। उसमें मैंने एग्जाम्पल दिया है, मैं आपको ये शेयर करूंगा। उसमें कुछ हमने एग्जाम्पल दिया है, जो कि लास्ट वाले में एक्चुअली उसको मैं लगाना नहीं चाह रहा था, लेकिन मैं सोचा कि थोड़ा सा होली का माहौल है, उसको भी डाल देते हैं, लोगों को थोड़ा सा अब उसी में इतना आप लोगों को इंटरेस्ट आ रहा है, तो मैं इसको थोड़ा सा डिटेल में दिखा रहा हूँ, है ना। तो अब ये जो है, इसको ये थोड़ा सा इसको इलाज कर सकते हैं। नहीं, ये नहीं, दूसरा चला जाए। हाँ हाँ, इसको हाँ, नहीं, इसको ये इससे है, लिंक है। अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा, स्लाइड शो में नहीं होगा। अच्छा, एनीवे तो इसमें ये हुआ कि कई जगह, जैसे आर्मेनिया में भी ये डिटेक्टर लगा हुआ है, तो वहाँ भी कुछ इस तरह के कंसंट्रेटेड अप्रोच हुए थे, तो उसमें भी गैलेक्टिक कॉस्मिक रे के राइज देखा गया, उसमें वहाँ भी, मतलब इंडिया के बाहर भी। तो ये हमने उसमें दिया है, ये जो गैलेक्टिक कॉस्मिक रे राइजेस ड्यूरिंग स्पिरिचुअल एक्टिविटीज, वो उसमें इंडिया के बाहर का भी एग्जाम्पल दिया हुआ है। मैं तो इसको ऐसे कहानी के तौर पर बता रहा था, तो उन्होंने बताया कि ये सारा चीज़ हमें दो, तो मैंने दे दिया, वो उन्होंने पब्लिश कर दिया। और ये शिवरात्रि के समय भी ये देखा गया था, ये राइज हुआ है हमारे हमारे इंस्ट्रूमेंट में। तो अब इसको मानो तो देवता, ना मानो तो पत्थर,
Okay.
है ना।
So I guess we have no more questions.
Oh, please. Yeah. Perfect. Very good, very good. Yes. Because
So-
you are a physicist. You can explain better. I am a geologist. इसीलिए मैंने शुरू में इनसे बताया था कि भाई आपसे भी मैं कुछ सीखूंगा.
So I think this is a very intriguing topic, and we can continue. We will be continuing the discussion later. We have a program from 4:30, so I'll thank our speaker for giving us this time. Thank you very much, sir. I'll so I'd like to conclude this session, and we have a small souvenir which is not rated now available, but we'll be meeting you again soon in the director's room, and we can coordinate it from there. Thank you very much once again, everyone. We can conclude the session officially. Thank you.